Hello there, my interweb friends. It's your old pal Jason here with another review. Today, I will be talking about the 3-part season premiere to The Bad Batch's farewell season. I'm really excited to talk about this, but before I get started, as always, I will be talking some spoilers. So if you haven't seen the first 3 episodes of Bad Batch Season 3 yet, and you don't want them spoiled for you, stop the video, go to Disney Plus, check them out, and come on back and we can talk about them. But now that we're past the spoiler warning, let's dive in, shall we? As frequent viewers of this channel will know, I'm a huge Star Wars fan and a big fan of The Bad Batch. I was really excited to see this season kick off, and while I will say it's a pretty solid foundation to start this season, the pacing was a bit slow and it was a bit exposition heavy. While I really enjoy that sort of thing as a huge fan of Star Wars and the lore and just all the world building that comes with it, I can see why maybe the casual viewer might find these episodes a bit lacking for a season premiere of a final season. I really like the idea of starting these 3 episodes through Omega's perspective. She has been the window to the audience for this series, much like Ahsoka from the Clone Wars. So it's interesting to get her perspective as she's kept prisoner by Dr. Hemlock as a leveraging tool for Lama Su to continue her research. Even though the situation is quite hopeless, Omega still hasn't given up hope. She's still building relationships, like with Batcher, that creature that she's befriended, or Crosshair, who, while still feeling the guilt of having left the Batch behind for an empire that really truly didn't care about him, he's still kind of warming up to Omega, even though he says he would leave her behind in a heartbeat if he had a chance to escape. I also like the touch that he's still suffering that PTSD from the events of Season 2, and it'll be interesting to see how he overcomes that and builds upon this relationship with Omega now that the two of them have escaped together. Seeing things from Hunter and Wrecker's perspective was pretty cool. It felt like a classic Bad Batch story, a little bit more action heavy than the other 2 episodes, but it didn't really quite have that oomph that a lot of those really action heavy episodes of Bad Batch really had. It was interesting to see those clone cadets abandoned on that planet, just truly ramming home the fact that the Empire has no place for clones and really doesn't care about them at all. It was nice having Daniel Logan back playing the older clone Mox. And what was interesting to me is showing the true effect that the Empire is having on the galaxy at large, much like they did with Andor, destroying this planet's ecosystem with just these horrible experimental creatures that are going to affect that planet long after the Empire is gone. It's just really, really a nice touch, and I really, really enjoy stuff like that, especially when it comes to these series. Dr. Hemlock, I feel, is a very clinical and scientific version of Grand Admiral Thrawn. I feel like he would do whatever it takes to get the job done in service of the Emperor. Speaking of which, it was really good to see them kick off this season by showing the Emperor really investing his time into Project Necromancer. Of course, Project Necromancer being the contingency plan to prolong Palpatine's life far beyond his natural lifespan by creating a clone body that would be able to withstand the sheer power of his spirit as a Strandcast. It's funny the part that these shows, video games, books, and movies are going to have to play going down the road, kind of setting the stage for the rise of Skywalker and really explaining some of the things in that movie that movie really didn't take the time to explain, much like how the Clone Wars kind of filled in the gaps for the prequels and really helped connect the original trilogy to the prequel trilogy. These shows and movies are going to have to do the same for the prequel trilogy to the original trilogy, even to the sequel trilogy. And that's what the Bad Batch is doing here by going into Project Necromancer. And I can't wait to see how that storyline plays out throughout the remainder of the season. Overall, I personally enjoyed all the exposition and the world building and the solid foundation that this season is starting with. However, these episodes still fall into those pacing issues that the previous 2 seasons fell into in places. And I really hope things ramp up considering this is the final season, because I really enjoy this show and what it can do. And I can't wait to see more of it moving forward. And I really, really want to see how this all comes to an end. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you thought of the 3-part Bad Batch Season 3 premiere down in the comments. What was your favorite episode? What are you looking forward to the most in this final season of the Bad Batch? I want to hear from you. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click that like button. You want to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe. Click that notification bell so you can get updates on all my future videos. You can also follow my social media pages. Links down in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And until next time, may the Force be with you. Bye.